Hey, it's Greyson. I know I haven't made an Amberlynn Reid video in a while, but Amberlynn Reid hasn't made any videos in a while. This video is going to be pretty short compared to my other Amberlynn Reid videos. I do have a long form analysis that kind of goes from my behavioral models video up until the current situation and kind of breaks down the Amberlynn Reid cycle a little bit better with a different angle that you might find interesting. But this video here is going to be a pretty short one. Amberlynn Reid allegedly could not go to see her therapist because she could not fit in the car due to swelling. Apparently there have been some reports that she was seen on Snapchat in the car that would discredit that. But that aside, let's just assume that Amberlynn Reid could not fit in the car, could not put on a seatbelt or what have you to make it to the therapist's office. What are her options? Some people suggested a larger Uber. She'd still have the problem probably not being able to put a seatbelt on, but it might be a viable option, except that she apparently doesn't live in an area that Uber services. Taxi van is an option as well that was discussed. But I'm going to bring up if there's a company in her area that serves her area and will be able to do that trip for her. But I want to bring up a couple solutions that may not have been thought of. The first one is one that Amberlynn Reid enthusiasts may not like, which is telehealth, where basically she speaks to a therapist over a webcam, because I know she got some flack for using BetterHelp or some other online therapy option, but that could be an option. Number two is, at least in my area, I know of some therapist's office that in extenuating circumstances, and especially if you're paying cash, which she would be, and if she has the financial resources she claims, which I dispute, she could afford the extra cost for a in-home visit. And then the last option would be a specialized, and these aren't ranked in a particular order of how I would use them or what I'd recommend. But the last option, which would allow her to go in person, would be calling a specialized medical transportation company. I'm actually kind of familiar with this because there is such a company that my insurance pays for. Of course, I don't need a special van. I don't need wheelchair access or anything like that, but my insurance actually pays for transportation to my doctor's visits because I can't drive. And these companies, if you're paying out of pocket, obviously it's a considerable expense. If you need the special support, it's a considerable expense, but they do offer it. The medical transport company that takes me to my visits will sometimes send out one of these converted taxi vans that's like, it's basically a wheelchair van with like some seats in the back. And then I've been another one where I got picked up in something that kind of sort of looked like an ambulance. But these are not like ambulances. They're not restricted to just taking you to the hospital, whatever. They take people to outpatient settings specifically, hence their non-emergency medical transportation. And there are quite a few companies in every part of the country that offer non-emergency medical transportation. I don't know what the pricing would be. And again, I don't really know that well of how much money Amberlynn Reid has, but if somebody's seeing this, non-emergency medical transportation companies are an option for somebody who has mobility issues in getting to a doctor's appointment. If you're on certain insurance plans, it's a benefit. Most of the time it isn't, but sometimes it is. And that would, of course, be helpful. But in any event, if Amberlynn Reid has the cash, she can just put it out and hire one of these companies to come pick her up, put her in a special van, and take her to her appointment. All right, just want to give that little quick tidbit there and those ideas. Hopefully in the next couple days, you'll get a more comprehensive video on Amberlynn Reid's latest developments. All right, be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you saw. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.